Steeler news has been a little light recently. So, on a Monday, after championship weekend, let's do the obvious thing. Why not we just recap championship weekend, the games from yesterday? And I haven't done this in a minute. Have not done this in a minute. But as our vehicle for recapping yesterday's games, why not do Big Deke energy and Small Deke energy? Let's get into it. We'll do Big Deke energy and Small Deke energy for each of the games. So let's start off with the first one. Eagles versus 49ers. Big Deke energy, it's got to be Jalen Hurts. This wasn't his most prolific game, but he had some yards on the ground, kept it clean in the passing department. But I think it's more about his overall story. He goes from being the starter at Alabama, benched in the national championship game, ends up transferring to Oklahoma, lights it up there. I believe he became a Heisman finalist. But then scouts and experts questioned his jump to the pros because they didn't know how high Hurts' ceiling was going to be. Ends up going in the second round to the Eagles and starts out as a backup to Carson Wentz. But we know how the Carson Wentz story goes. He ends up sucking. Eagles move on from him. Jalen Hurts, his first year as a starter, just in 2021, leads the Eagles to the playoffs, but then gets bounced in the first round to the Tampa Bay Bucks. So this was the critical year for Jalen Hurts. Was he going to make that jump and become a franchise quarterback? And obviously, he proved that. So kudos to him for making it to the Super Bowl and being an MVP candidate throughout this regular season. If he didn't get hurt, there was a chance he would have won it over Mahomes. My theory is this, though. I feel like for the Super Bowl game, since it is Eagles-Chiefs, Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes, just let this decide the MVP candidate, because I know people will say it's regular season, but what are we really talking about here? It's most valuable player. The most valuable player is the one that's going to step up in this Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. And then another Big Deke Energy Award. This one's kind of off the wall because I didn't even really know he was still in the NFL until seeing him on the Eagles yesterday. Ndamukong Suh. Is he quietly building up a Hall of Fame case in the latter portion of his career with some of these teams that he's been picking and trying to get these Super Bowls? Because picks the Bucks a few years ago, ends up winning with Brady. Although I think he picked the Bucks before Brady went there, so he kind of got lucky, but then ends up jumping on with the Eagles middle of this season. Like, if you look at the rest of his career, he got 5 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, already got a Super Bowl, Hall of Fame, all 2010s team, was Defensive Rookie of the Year. Like, if he gets another one with the Eagles, is Ndamukong Suh, like, maybe going to be a Hall of Famer? And then my first candidate for Small Deke Energy, whatever 49ers fan put this banner or this cape on the Rocky statue before the game, whatever happened to celebrating, gloating, boasting after the game's played and after you get the win? Now everything's done pregame. And just wait till I get to this Chiefs-Bengals game. It was ridiculous with the whole Burrowhead shit. But 2023. It's all for the clout. Second one, the football gods. Really? Brock Purdy getting hurt in his first series? And then we got Josh Johnson come in. He fumbles a snap, and then he gets concussed. And you got to put Brock Purdy back in, and he can't even throw a pass over 2 yards. That is just a perfect formula for a snooze fest of a game. So I don't know what the football gods were thinking. Why couldn't we just keep Brock Purdy healthy? Last one for Small Deke Energy. We already talked to some 49ers fans. Now we got to talk some Eagles fans, specifically the ones that pulled out their phone and started recording Joey Bosa. No Small Deke Energy on Joey Bosa. Some people want to criticize his response or his reaction. They say his response was kind of whack or he seemed a little petty. No, someone pulls out their phone, they start talking shit. No, he could talk shit back. It goes both ways. But it's the Philly fans for pulling out the phone in the first place because, again, 2023, I guess we just feel like everyone has the right to just go up to people and start recording them, pull out their phones. We have made reality TV. It is sad, and this Philly fan showed a lot of Small Deke energy, in my opinion, here. Because if they didn't pull out the phone and weren't doing it for the clout, I don't think they're doing it then. And if they are doing it, they're probably not as loud. They're probably not as confident doing it. It's just, again, it's just a sad world we live in. There's good things that come with technology, but shit like this is stuff that I find as definite small Deke energy. Now on to the Chiefs-Bengals game. Big Deke energy, Travis Kelce for calling out the Cincinnati mayor. The response was good. He was showing energy, but then it was perfection when he used the word jabroni.
Hey, I got some wise words for that Cincinnati mayor. Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni.
I think you also got to go with MVS. Had the game of his career. 6 receptions, 116 yards, and 1 touchdown. And particularly because the other Chiefs receivers went down with injury. Juju, Tony, I believe Tony, I didn't see him out there. Did he go down with injury? But they didn't really have anyone else, so the Bengals were really making sure that the focus was on Travis Kelce. So what of the Kansas City Chiefs receiver was going to step up, and Valdes-Scantling did. Give him credit. Last one, Big Deke energy. I guess we got to say Mahomes. He was the winning quarterback, over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, game-winning drive. Toughed it out with the ankle injury. But why do I feel like, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, I was feeling this in the moment watching the game. He didn't play that amazing. But you got to give the props for the dude getting the dub in the AFC Championship. And when you look back on it, it's like 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Maybe that just goes to show how good Mahomes is, where we could look at a game like that and say, yeah, it was all right. But for any other quarterback, that's like a career day for them, especially doing it in the AFC Championship. But another reason why I'm ho-hum on putting Mahomes in this category is, you know, people are playing up the ankle injury. He's out there hobbled. He's gritting it out, toughing it out. Here in Pittsburgh, that's old news. That's old hat because we had a quarterback, 7, doing the exact same shit, dealing with more injuries. Broken ankle, I don't remember what he had, but remember the Packers Super Bowl run? He did that shit, and with a broken nose in the Ravens game. So Big Ben was doing this shit all the time. It's just, you know, they're going to play it up for Mahomes, but 7 did it first. Small Deke energy, the refs for putting the game into their hands as opposed to what actually takes place on the field. You had the whole weird, the ref comes out and calls the play dead, but a full play takes place and they have to redo it. You got that. And then the last one was absolutely egregious. I get it. It's the letter of the law. Mahomes takes a step out of bounds, and the Bengals linebacker, you know, bumps him a little bit. But come on, man. That can't be deciding whether or not the kicker's going from a 60-yard field goal up to a 45-yard field goal. Like, come on, man. He just bumped it. Like, there needs to just be a common sense rule. I get it. Letter of the law. But come on, man. Like, come on. Also, I kind of want to go Cincinnati's mayor for his whole message before the game and requesting that Burrow take a paternity test because they don't know if he's Mahomes' father. That's just too damn funny, though. I know I said small Deke energy for the 49ers fans for putting the cape on the Rocky statue and trying to gloat and boast and do all that shit before the game even took place. That's just too funny, though, to put into small Deke energy. That's classic. So instead of the Cincy mayor, I will put Mike Hilton and Eli Apple into the small Deke energy category. Just wasn't wise to poke the bear, to poke Mahomes before this game with the Burrowhead calls.
We'll see y'all in Burrowhead.
And it's not like Burrow is like 10-0 against Mahomes. It's 3-0 in close games. Ones that the Chiefs were up and they collapsed, yeah. But you probably should have saved this for after the game. Not the wisest move. And what makes the Cincinnati mayor situation, in my opinion, a little bit different than Hilton and Apple and also the 49ers putting the cape on the Rocky statue. The 49ers putting the cape on the Rocky statue, that's played out. Like, there's nothing unique or, like, inherently, oh, this is funny. What the mayor did, he actually provided some humor. It was a little bit of a comedy session there. Something unique. And then this one, Bengals, like the Hilton and Eli Apple, you guys are actual Bengals players. Just not a good idea to put your team out there a little bit more than it has to be. Put a bigger target on your back. But at the same time, I don't even think it's just them. It's Bengals in general. They've been doing this type of shit. But yeah, that is the big Deke energy and small Deke energy for the conference championship games that took place yesterday. Let me know what you guys think of the games. Am I right on my assessments here? and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chilling. We are going to have some good content for tomorrow. I got something cooked up, so stay tuned for that. Stay chilling. Peace.